Hey girls. Hey girls. Come on, Dawn. Hi. Hi girls. The Krias are always willing to come forward pretty quickly. Hi Eleni. Yes, we saw you inside. People often ask, why would you have a herd of alpacas? And for most of us, having alpacas is a lifestyle. Alpaca farmers are always talking to each other about, what are you doing with your fleece? Are you having it made into yarn? Are you making it into felt? Are you just keeping it in bags in the basement? What are you doing with it? Mm-hmm. It's a lifestyle, but it's a lifestyle involving animals that are nice to be with. And it was my fear that Social Security as a program would expire before I did. So one of the things to consider was whatever we would do beyond retirement should be a source of income. So that's when we began to look at the alpaca industry to make sure that it wasn't something that after we invested in it would go downhill quickly and be of no value. I was born and raised just a couple of miles from where we are today on this farm, and was living in the Cadott community until I left in 1958 to go to college. I eventually became the acting deputy commissioner and then the commissioner of the FDA for over a year, not as a political appointee, but between political appointees. So that was, again, a unique opportunity for this kid coming from a farming community in Wisconsin to be able to head up a major federal agency. So I've always considered myself a scientist. And through all of these years, had the good fortune of being able to do research on things that were important to people. It might be determining an occupational standard. How much can you be exposed to in the workplace? Or it might be what the label should say if this drug gets approved, because what are the known side effects of taking this drug? I have brought that experience back here to Cadott and am just starting on a program with local leaders in this community to try to figure out what can we do at the local level here in Cadott that would address the issues of overweight and obesity among our young people. And I've gotten a fair amount of interest from local leaders on what we can do about this. They recognize the problem, they recognize the importance of it, and I'm hoping that as the next year or two unfolds, that we'll be able to do some things that will be helpful and that Cadott might serve as a role model for how other communities might deal with this important health issue.